Hi, I'm John Field, President and founder of the Fealgood Foundation. I'm here today at the 9/11 Responders Remembered Park, a park that we built to honor and remember those we lost from 9/11. One of our many accomplishments and one that we're very proud of. But first let me say, I want to thank everybody who's here in attendance tonight and everybody who supported the Fealgood Foundation the last 8 years. Collectively, when they said we couldn't get a bill passed, we all came together and we got a bill passed. Collectively, when they said we couldn't get cancer added to this bill, we got cancer added to this bill. I need to thank the honorees tonight, Ben Chevette, Errol Toulon, Dr. Benjamin Love, John Deary, Matthew McCulley, and John Ferrara, who's getting the Matthew McCulley Spirit Award. A man who's fighting cancer from 9/11. The reason why we're in existence is because of these illnesses that these men and women, the best of the best at what this nation offered 11 years ago. Tonight's theme, the best of the best, while I honor the best of the best, is because of the best of the best of what this country offered 11 years ago, is why we're here tonight. I am humbled, and I know when I speak for my board of directors that we are thankful that we have been able to serve the 9/11 community and gather new friendships, new relationships, new work and partnerships. Each year we get bigger. I'm proud to say we've been able now to assist in the passage of 3 bills, and we have donated over $1 million. I am never the smartest man in the room, and certainly tonight I am probably on the low part of the totem pole when it comes to IQ. But I bring a message of I have more energy and I have more fight in me still after 11 years than anybody can ever imagine. We have a lot more work to do. We have to ensure that the bill stays open and running another 5 years. We have to ensure that all cancers are added. We have to ensure that the honorees tonight take their awards, take their achievements, but tomorrow go back to work in assisting and helping 9/11 responders. We are all here tonight because we care. And without caring, then we're nothing more than the elected officials in DC who for years fought us in getting this bill passed. I make a pledge and a promise that the Fealgood Foundation will continue to advocate and fight for anybody who's affected by 9/11 and its aftermath. Thank you, and God bless you all for an amazing evening. Thank you.
Battalion 1 to Manhattan.
Battalion 1.
We just had a plane crash into Upper floor of the World Trade Center, transmit a second alarm, and start relocating companies into the area.
The World Trade Center, tower number 1 is on fire. The whole outside of the building, there was just a huge explosion.
Engine 1 out, World Trade Center, 1060. Send every available ambulance, everything you got to the World Trade Center now.
Marine 6 to Manhattan, urgent.
Hazmat 1 standby, Marine 6, go.
You have a second plane into the other tower of the Trade Center, major fire.
Crawford David, Marine 6 advising a second plane into the World Trade Center.
Inform every unit coming to the scene, responding on West Street or Liberty Street, not to pull up in front of the building. We have ambulances and everybody else pulling up, and we got debris falling from the building. They have to stop short of the building, either north or south.
114, 114, 10-4. 114, 114, 10-4. All right, call on the 4-2, acting 3-2.
Running 4-2, okay.
All right, you're assigned to that staging area, Chief, right on Hamilton Avenue, outside the entrance to the Battery Tunnel.
4-2, 10-4,
Call on the 4-1.
Marine 6 to Manhattan, urgent. Tower 2 has had a major explosion and what appears to be a complete collapse surrounding the entire area.
Is dedicated to units responding to Manhattan. There's been a major collapse in the tower. The command center out here, everybody has... There was a major collapse. I'm in my rig right now.
But we notified them that there is a major collapse in the area.
Well, everybody in the area had to warn. I don't know if the field computer's available. If you look at the World Trade Center, there's the North Pedestrian Bridge. I think it collapsed when that partial building just collapsed. I was on the street. I don't have much air. Please, help me. 82 sofa. I copy that. I'm going to go look for him.
10-4. Manhattan Fealcom, urgent case.
I can barely breathe. Please send somebody.
Okay, the person calling for help. Listen to me. You need to calm down and relax. Stand by. We do have somebody on the way. You to maintain air. Get off the air. We do have somebody on the way over to you. You to remain calm. 10-4.
10-4. I'm in a cab in a truck.
10-4. We do have people on the way over there. Manhattan Fealcom, urgent case.
4-3 to Manhattan.
Yeah, we have a staging area just south of the North Cove Marina.
10-4. What unit is this?
and the heart of gold you possess, and the absolute infectious nature of your desire to make a difference. John,
an important part of our mosaic, of our team effort to pass this bill. Thank you so much, John. Congratulations. And he's dressed up.
Whoever doesn't think this bill's gonna pass, leave this room.
That's right, that's right, that's what he said.
You know, if you haven't been noticing, I've been handing awards to the elected officials. But I want to save the last two for some special friends. Over the last several years, I really have only taken orders from two people. Everybody else I just smirked at and yes to death. With that, Susie Ballantyne and Ben Chevette, who I like to call the mongoose and the snake. They've guided me, and I really, you know, I get too much credit. I get too much credit for doing what they saw, and I get too much credit because my board was there to support everything I did. And when my board was there to support everything I did, the 9/11 community filled those buses and they came with us because they believed in me. So for that I say thank you. But if Ben, you're in the room, if you can come up here, don't make me find you, Ben.
There he is.
This is Susie. Get it right.
There he is. Ben.
If you've seen The Wizard of Oz and you've seen the man behind the curtain, that is Ben Chevette. Nobody knows about this bill or the 9/11 community more than Ben. And passing the bill was just my job, but making a friend for life, I'm going to cherish forever. Thank you, Ben. Oh, yeah, picture.
What?
Come back.
Picture. There you go.
Okay, you got to show.
Oh, okay. Violate the rule.
Look to the left. I know you.
Finally, when I had a problem, when I had an issue, when we needed to give each other moral support, or we just needed to share information, Susie Ballantyne was there for me 24/7. And I know everybody worked on getting this bill passed, and I know different organizations and unions all played an important part. This was truly a team effort. But Susie had me on speed dial 24/7, and if she said, John, get out of bed and go to D.C., I got out of bed and went to D.C. I would have crawled on glass for her. With that, Susie, you know my nickname for you, I'm going to let everybody know. Every email I signed off with Susie, I called her the boss lady. And Susie, this is for you. On December 22nd, 7 months ago, we passed the bill. Senator Gillibrand called it a Christmas miracle. As much as I love the senator, I disagreed. I call it hard work. Everybody came together. Just like on 9/11, we all came together. We rolled up our sleeves and we got this bill passed. It was an historic piece of legislation. But the bill's not perfect. And while everybody was jumping up and down that we got the bill passed, if you go back, you'll see I was quoted on saying we have a lot more work to do. Hence why we are here today, to ensure that everybody is taken care of under this bill. I have the utmost and complete faith in the new special master that she will do the best job she's possible she could possibly do. Dr. Melius, Susie from the AFL-CIO, Lee Clark from the DC-37, everybody's working diligently to ensure that the issues are addressed tonight and in the very near future. But you all have to get involved. You all send me emails and phone calls. You now have a chance to be heard. And you have to continue to be heard so these issues are ironed out when we get up and running in October. I ask tonight that we be respectful. I know you have a lot of anger and frustration, but you don't direct it at the special master. She is your friend, she's your ally, and she's trying to help you. We're here tonight as a fraternity of 9/11 responders, volunteers, and people of Lower Manhattan who were affected by 9/11. You are champions, and you will act like champions. Thank you. With that being said, I want to introduce Sheila Birnbaum.
Thank you, John. This is a great privilege for me to meet you. Since my appointment, I have been trying to meet as many people as possible, but I haven't been able to meet as many of the 9/11 communities as are here today. So this is a great honor for me and a privilege to have been chosen to be the special master. And I'm going to learn a lot about your lives. And I think before we talk about this bill, maybe you should find out a little about my life and what got me to this spot, because I think that will help give you some confidence that I'm going to try to do with every fiber in my body what is fair for all of you who have given so much to the city of New York and to each other. So I want to first of all thank all of the people who made the Zerota bill possible. Our congressional staff, our two great senators, Senator Gillibrand and Senator Schumer, and our members of the House whose staffs and themselves went to a great effort to make this possible. It's Congresswoman Mahoney, Nadler, and King. These people and their staffs worked tirelessly, but it couldn't have happened. This wouldn't have happened without all the people that were there lobbying. John Field, the union leaders that have been there for you, that have been out there, and all of you who went down to Congress. And this is not a perfect bill, but it's a bill we can all hopefully work with and make as good as possible to give as much compensation as we can to those who were really hurt, who gave their energies, their efforts, and their health to what happened in 9/11.
Well, I want to take a moment to congratulate and thank John Field for his incredible advocacy. His voice in Washington made the difference in passing the 9/11 health bill. His dedication to never giving up and never giving in and always being the voice for what's right made the difference in passing that piece of legislation. He not only saved lives, but he's helped families and community members deal with the horrible diseases that have taken these men and women because of their selfless sacrifice. We still have a long way to go. There's battles left to be fought, but I know with John Field leading the charge, he will make a difference. We have an enormous gratitude to all of our first responders, and especially to John Field, what he's done to make a difference.
Hello, I'm Congressman Jerry Nadler. In 2010, 9 long years after 9/11, Congress finally passed our bill, the James Zadroga Health and Compensation Act. This was one of the proudest moments of my career. And this victory would not have been possible without the tireless work of John Field and the Fealgood Foundation. When things seemed bleakest, the Fealgood Foundation never gave up. John's voice could always be heard, and his trademark red jacket could always be seen at every event, at every demonstration, and in the halls of Congress, fighting for justice for the 9/11 heroes. The Fealgood Foundation made it impossible for Congress to ignore what the 9/11 responders and survivors needed and deserved. John's work and passion were crucial in the long fight to pass the bill, a fight that was longer and harder than we ever expected it to be. But our fight is not over. We must continue to work together to ensure that all relevant conditions are covered by our bill. And soon we will begin the fight for reauthorization. We will continue to depend on the Fealgood Foundation to help us make sure that the heroes of 9/11 are never forgotten. Thank you for all of your hard work.
Good evening. I'm Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney, and I want to thank everyone who is attending the 2012 Fealgood Foundation Benefit Gala. I do not think there is any place you could be that is more important than supporting John Feal and the Fealgood Foundation. They were instrumental and continue to be instrumental in responding to the healthcare needs of the 9/11 heroes and heroines. We know that on 9/11, thousands lost their lives, but thousands more lost their health. And for 9 long years, my office and John Feal and the Fealgood Foundation have worked to provide support and benefits to the responders, to the residents, to all that were involved in the rebuilding of the 9/11 site. John was there every inch of the way throughout the many meetings, the many policy sessions, the demonstrations, the press conferences. Every time we had a need for the support of people to put a human face on why it was so important to pass the Zadroga bill, John was there. He turned his own loss and own physical challenges into turning his heart and energy towards helping other people and towards helping achieve the passage of the Zadroga bill. I was honored to have authored it along with Jerry Nadler and the entire New York delegation that made it their top priority. And on a personal note, I want to especially congratulate all of the honorees, and especially my longtime Chief of Staff and very good friend, Ben Shavat. For well over 9 years, responding to 9/11 was the #1 priority of my entire staff, and leading that effort with his intelligence, his wisdom, his savvy was Ben Shavat. I truly believe the bill would not have passed without John Feal and the Fealgood Foundation, and it would not have passed without the hard work, pouring his heart and soul and intelligence and being of Ben Shavat. So thank you, Ben, for your hard work in passing this bill, and thank you for your leadership every day in my office. And a very special, heartfelt thank you to John Feal and the Fealgood Foundation. Because of your efforts, everyone who was exposed to the deadly toxins is now monitored, and everyone who is sick is being treated. We just had an incredible achievement when we expanded the Zadroga bill to cover 50 different cancers. And we still have the challenge ahead because we need to reauthorize it and make sure that everyone that was there to save the lives of others, to help rebuild, they were there for us. We need to be there for them. Thank you for supporting the Fealgood Foundation.
Thank you for coming out. But go back to those buildings with a mission and tell other members of Congress and the Senate to join you like you joined us. Because if you don't do that, then today's a waste. We need your leadership more than ever. 9/11 responders are getting sicker and dying at a faster rate. In 2002, there was only a handful of deaths. Nobody would say 9/11 caused that. And then in 2003, there were more. And then every year, more and more people died. But now in 2011, people are dying at a rapid rate. We've lost over 1,000 people to 9/11 related cancers, respiratories, post-traumatic. all sorts of illnesses. It's unacceptable. A week ago, we braved the elements again, 40-mile-an-hour winds and a monsoon rain, and today we're here again in the cold. We're not here to ask for our bill to be passed. We're here to demand that H.R. 847 be locked up.
In the home of the rain.
This isn't just to remember and honor these people. This is to celebrate the lives of champions. The best of the best. The best of what America has to offer. Those who gave their life without prejudice. Thank you.